What is up, guys? It is yet another weekly reset inside of Destiny 2 Season of Arrivals. As we always do, we will go over the powerful rewards, the pinnacle rewards, and see what Eververse is selling this week. So, without further ado, let's get into it. For Vanguard Strikes this week, the Singe is Arc Singe. Arc damage increases slightly from all sources. The daily modifiers are Blackout, enemy melee attacks are significantly more powerful, and radar is disabled. And Grenadier, grenade abilities deal more damage and recharge much faster. Again, these two modifiers will be daily, and the Singe will be weekly. Completing 3 strikes will grant you a pinnacle reward. The Nightfall this week is on Mercury. For the Adept difficulty, the modifier is Martyr, exploding units have more health. Completing 3 of the Nightfall ordeals on the Adept difficulty will grant you a Tier 1 powerful reward. The modifiers for the Legend Nightfall are as follows. We have Martyr. We have Champions Overload. This mode contains Overload champions, which cannot be stopped without an Overload mod. We have Champions Barrier. This mode contains Barrier champions, which cannot be stopped without an anti-barrier mod. Equipment is locked. You will not be able to change your equipment after this activity starts. Match game is on. Enemy shields are highly resistant to all unmatched elemental damage. And root algorithm. Void and aerial damage is increased. Completing the Nightfall and achieving the 100k score during this will grant you a pinnacle reward. For the old school Nightfalls, this week we have Exodus Crash. We have Will of the Thousands, and we have Broodhole. If you need to achieve the old school score for any of these, you are able to accomplish that this week. In the Crucible this week, under the Rotator playlist, we have Clash and Countdown. Completing 4 matches in either one of these playlists will grant you a Tier 1 powerful reward. In the Core playlist, we have Rumble, Control, Elimination, Survival, Survival Freelance, and Classic Mix. Completing 4 matches in either one of these will grant you a pinnacle reward. In the Gambit playlist, as always, we have Traditional Gambit and we have Gambit Prime. Completing 3 matches in either one of these playlists will grant you a pinnacle reward. On the Moon, starting from left to right, as always, we have the Garden of Salvation raid. Completing every encounter in the raid will grant you a pinnacle reward after each. Moving on, we have the nightmares for this week. Fogoth, Dominus Gaul, and Tanix the Scarred. Completing any of these on the Adept difficulty 3 times will give you a Tier 1 powerful reward. But if you are going for the 1080 Master, the modifiers are as follows. We have Fire Pit. When defeated, Acolyte spawn fire pools that cause damage over time. We have Champions Unstoppable. We have Champions Barrier. Togetherness. Base health regen is reduced. If near another player, health regen is increased. I actually hate that modifier. Equipment is locked. Match game is on. Champions Mob. This mode contains additional champions. And Torment of Fogoth. Void damage increased, knockback damage and distance increased. Once again, completing this on the Master difficulty will grant you a pinnacle reward. Moving on, we have the Nightmare Slayer Vendor Challenge. Completing this will grant you a powerful reward. And we have the Luna's Calling Vendor Challenge, which will also grant you a Tier 1 powerful reward. Moving on, we have the Pit of Heresy. Completing the 2 encounters that drop chests will give you powerful rewards, and completing the boss fight at the end will grant you a pinnacle reward. And lastly, we have the Beyond campaign mission. Completing this will grant you a Tier 1 powerful reward. The Flashpoint this week is on Mars. You will come and see Anna Bay for your reward once you complete all the activities to 100%. You can achieve that by doing heroic adventures, public events, and lost sectors. And again, once you achieve 100% on activities completed, you will get a Tier 1 powerful reward. The Contact Public event is on Titan and in the Rig Zone this week. Completing this to Heroics will grant you 100% the quickest, but completing this to 100% will grant you a Tier 2 powerful reward. In the tower, starting from left to right as we do, you have the Season of Arrival Vendor Challenge, the weekly Means to an End quest. Completing this will grant you a Pinnacle reward. Next up, we have the weekly Gambit bounties. Completing 8 of these will grant you a Tier 1 powerful reward. Next, we have the Prophecy Dungeon. Completing the 2 encounters that drop chests will grant you powerful rewards. And defeating the boss at the end will grant you a Pinnacle reward. Next, we have the 8 Gunsmith bounties. Completing these will grant you a Tier 1 powerful reward, as well as the 8 Crucible bounties and the 8 Vanguard bounties. In Eververse this week, we start on the home page as we always do with the Consecrated Matagram. Bosses have a chance to drop an upgrade module when defeated. We have the Glimmer Shard. Defeated bosses have a chance to create a shower of glimmer. We have Scavenger's Boon. Combatants defeated with Precision Final Blows have a chance to drop planetary materials. We have the Adonis Shell with Public Defender and Guiding Light, as well as a random mod. And yeah, it's a very neon looking boy. Moving on, we have the Big Blind weapon ornament for the Ace of Spades. Nice gold ornament there. So if you push the Ace of Spades, you can make it all gold and everything. We have the Cabal Shield Breaker transmat effect. It's not bad. We have the Biolume Shader. It doesn't look too bad. Moving on to the seasonal offerings. Remember, everything in this section is for silver and not bright dust. So if you see anything here that you do not have and you are willing to part with real money for it, you can check out this section, as well as the archive section, which is things that Eververse has sold previously, again for silver and not bright dust. So we are going to move on to the bright dust section and see what we have. We have the mic drop emote. And I'm out. Yep, I definitely think I'm gonna pick that one up real quick. All right, next is the Velocimancer. It's different, I'll give it that. We have Fencing Salute on guard. Oh shoot. Oh yeah, that's serious. I'm gonna have to pick that up too. Alright, moving on. We have the Marbled Orb Weaver. I would love to meet the person that comes up with these names. Holy crap. We have the Toon Drive and a random mod on it. It's a very simple sparrow. We have the Reload emote. And if you are not aware, that is actually, I believe, from Mission Impossible. Henry Cavill did that before he fought Tom Cruise. Yep, I think that's what that is. Next is Voracious, the weapon ornament for the Taraba. Oh, it actually looks pretty good. I like the little rat on the end of it with the 2 tails. Or is that supposed to be a... Oh, you know what? We're going to say it's a rat. Alright, moving on. We have the Rasputin projection. Nice little Rasputin symbol there. We have the Up in Smoke transmat effect. Yep, you're a very smoky boy. We have the Blind Clutch transmat effect. Because who doesn't want to show up out of Eris's little orb thing? We have Only the Finest transmat effect. We have the Neopop Wave shader. I swear that comes up far too often. We have Chrome stock. We have Reef Made. And we have Lilac Bombast. And last but not least, we have the Gleaming Boon of the Crucible. When this is used during a Crucible match, all players receive an Eververse gift at the end of the match, as well as the Gleaming Boon of the Vanguard, where all players receive an Eververse gift at the end of the strike. And that is going to do it for this video, guys. We appreciate you stopping by and hanging out with us for a little bit. Definitely get out there and pick up those powerful rewards, pinnacle rewards, and anything that Eververse has that maybe you don't have yet. And we will catch you in the next one. I'll let you guys later. Peace.